Hey there, it's Troy. I'm here at the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. You can see here's the big shoe right behind me, advertising right outside the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame in Newcastle, Indiana. So I'm going to go in and check it out and let you know what it's like. Enjoy. I love this big courtyard right here. If you can see, you can't see as well maybe as I can, but it's a basketball with the state of Indiana and darker bricks in the middle. So it's pretty cool. Now I'm heading in. It's pretty impressive. Here's what it looks like when you enter. Looks like it's pretty expansive. So I'm excited to see more of what's in here. I'm just waiting for somebody to man the desk and let me pay to get in. This main section here is just Hall of Fame inductees, fairly recent ones, divided by men and women. It's a nice little display, but it's just kind of an introduction. See some of these banners up here too. And then you turn around and it goes into the state championship gallery. In this section, they just have memorabilia from teams that have won state championships, like, you know, the Washington Hatchets in 2008, Ben Davis in 95, different ones. Crawfordsville High School in 1910-11, Indiana's first state champion. Some news clippings and things. Here's the 73 New Albany state champions, 81 Lincoln Alice's. That's in Vincennes, Indiana. And jerseys from different teams. These are actually the jerseys from this most recent year state champions. The 4 classes for the boys, and then the 4 classes for the girls. Some of these older folders are really cool, like this one from the 1931 Bearcats. Those are from Muncie Central. You get this 1928. It's really cool. 1925. It's cool to see all these. Here's a display dedicated to John Wooden, famous coach for UCLA, but he was a Martinsville, Indiana native. Went to Purdue, and then went on to eventually coach at UCLA and have 10 NCAA national championships while he was there. So Very nice little display. And it has some brief history of Indiana basketball, or basketball in general, I guess. A wicker basket or dowel rod basket that was used at the Crawfordsville YMCA nearby. Another basket up there. A scoreboard that was used in the 1920s in Kokomo, Indiana. Some cool things. Now it kind of looks like it starts here chronologically. We're looking at some 1913, 1914, some 1925, 1918, different jerseys, signs, photos, lots of cool things. Here's the original basketball rules written by James Naismith in 1891. There's just a page or two of them. I think the rest of it is, if I remember correctly, is out in Kansas at the displayed out there at the University of Kansas. And here's a display for Milan. I also have a video from the Milan Miracle Museum, but this is just a display of the Milan team that was the inspiration for Hoosiers, the movie. There's a display of Damon Bailey for his time at the 1990 Bedford North Lawrence State Championship, his jersey, his sign, and these are some of the more, there's some of the 1990s. And then here you can see 97 State Championship, BHSN, Bloomington High School North, and the state champion, or state champs newspaper article. Recently worked on a documentary about them. I'll see if I can link it here if you would like to watch that. There's just a lot of cool things here on display. Again, another of the BHSN 1997 state championships. The reason that's significant is it was the last year of single class basketball. After that year, they went to 4 classes, so that was a significant year for high school basketball in Indiana. This is about Newcastle High School. One interesting thing about them is this Hall of Fame here is right next door to Newcastle High School, which has the largest, or one of the largest, I don't want to misspeak, but one of the largest high school gyms in the country. I think it's the largest, but I'll have to double check my facts on that one. It's cool seeing some of these high schools that no longer exist, and then right next to high schools that still exist. A lot of people weren't a fan of consolidation because these small schools got merged into bigger and bigger high schools, and that small school feel got lost. But that's the reality of the situation now, so that's what we have. There's another Bloomington North banner. Some Washington State Championships. Lots of things on display here. Okay, hidden back here in the corner is a statue of Larry Bird. And But then there's other displays for Larry Bird here, which I have another video on Larry Bird's hometown, so I'll link that here. You can see Larry's high school uniform and his college uniform. Here's a cool scale model of the Bloomingdale gym. Of course, what's the classic stage at the end of the gym? That's pretty cool. These old classic box gyms. So this is not current, but yes, it's just because I know a couple of these gyms have closed down, but Newcastle is listed as the top gym in the United States by seating capacity. Seymour still exists. Anderson has closed theirs, but Newcastle is up there at 9,314 for a high school gymnasium. Here's sort of a coaches display with some of the all-time winningest coaches. Here's a little IU display of Indiana high school legends that have been featured on Sports Illustrated playing for IU. We got Damon Bailey, John Laskowski, Kent Benson. And here's a display about Oscar Robinson. He went on to play at Cincinnati, the University of Cincinnati, and then had a long career in the pros, but he was an Indiana high school basketball star. And we have a room with displays of these kind of digital displays, but of the people inducted and then different things, famous gyms, things like that. And these are all digital displays, or actually just lighted displays. This is part of the Hoosier Hardwoods project, is images and information about some of these Indiana high school gyms. There's Newcastle Fieldhouse, the largest high school gym in Indiana. Then other, it's kind of cool displays. Here is the famous Newcastle Fieldhouse, the largest high school gym in Indiana. Doesn't look all that impressive from the outside, I'll admit, but it's pretty cool inside. Doors are locked, I couldn't get inside. It looks like something's going on, but all the doors are locked, so I couldn't really get inside. I'm gonna try maybe another door or two, see if we can get a view inside, but here it is. Figured since I was here, we'd stop by the Newcastle Fieldhouse. Here's a view from the other side. Looks like boys basketball, like summer practicing was going on, but you know, schools don't like strangers just walking in, and I get that. I'm not gonna try to do anything to disrupt the school, just so I can see the inside. The windows were blackened, or like had a fog on them or something, so it was really hard to see in, but this is the exterior. It's good enough to see, since this video is about the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. It was $5 to get in. which was very reasonable, and I enjoyed it. If you are familiar with high school basketball in Indiana, um, it's a great thing. I don't know if people outside of Indiana would really care to visit much. Maybe if you had a huge interest in high school basketball history in general, maybe. But I myself grew up in Indiana and am familiar with a lot of the history of Indiana high school basketball, and know a lot of the people involved. Um, and so I enjoyed it. If you like Indiana history, Indiana high school history, Indiana high school basketball history, definitely worth a visit. Um, if you are not interested in any of those three things, you probably won't enjoy it. It's still very well done, very nice displays, very well taken care of. Um, so do what you will. Visit if you like. If you like Indiana high school basketball, it's worth a visit if you're in the area. $5, very reasonable price. And so that's the end of the vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.